So the Mandalorian's back, and he adopted another child. Someone really needs to take away this man's adopted child license certificate thingy. I just watched the first episode of freaking The Last of Us, and it is like so freaking... Okay, I need to put this on the table because it's about to get crazy. Freaking watch it. It is so good. Ow! Where the hell do I begin? Okay, well, at the very beginning, they mentioned something about infecting stuff and whatever, of course, because it's about a pandemic. But anyway, basically, it's so just in depth, and I didn't know that they put that much thought into the actual story. But also, when they actually finally get into the story, they did have a bit more of a build-up than normal for, like, how his daughter ran across the first bit of infected and everything. And yes, this contains spoilers. Spoilers? What the hell am I talking about? It had quite the build-up until then, and it did not pull too many punches. Like, it did kind of get into it pretty fast and everything. But basically, you kind of know that something's a bit off when, to clarify, the infection in The Last of Us is based off of fungus. And so, you know, something's a little bit off when, like, Joel, my boy Joel, he's so cool, and when Joel starts leaving the house, and then there's some people, and they're like, some old people, and they're like, hey, yo, do you want some biscuits? And of course, any logical person would say yes to biscuits. But then, you go ahead, and you look over, and you see that something's coming out of the old person's mouth, and then he's like, no, man, I don't want any biscuits today. And so, you know, then he leaves. And that's pretty reasonable. But then, you know, his daughter goes back over there. And then they're like, hey, yo, you want some cookies? Now, I know that these are freshly baked. But see, one of them's infected. She doesn't quite know it yet. But if I was her, I would have left and never come back at the sound of... it's raisin cookies. Okay, I don't know what you guys' opinion is, but when they bring the hellish raisin cookies, I'm out. So basically, she leaves after taking raisin cookies. And then a little bit later on, story accurate, Joel, you know, it's his birthday, so she gets him a new watch. Perfect, because the watch is a huge deal in The Last of Us for Joel. But anyways, so after he gets the watch, she's like, yeah, I stole some of your money. It's whatever. To fix your own watch, you weren't gonna do it yourself. It doesn't matter, right? We're doing fine financially. Right? So afterwards, Joel's brother is like, hey, yo, Joel. He calls him up on the phone and he's like, my boy Joel, just wanted to say, I'm kind of in jail right now. You want to help a brother out, you know? And he's like, really? It's my birthday. Why would I take you out of jail on my birthday? So he does, like the wonderful but foolish man that he is. You know, we all know Joel. And when he leaves, he is the most, like, coolest person ever. Especially the fact that it's the Mandalorian and Joel now. He's like the most comforting father type of vibe. You know what I mean? So he leaves, his daughter wakes up, and then the story happens, again accurate to the game, where she runs into all the zombies and whatever. Now, she finds it necessary, before running into all these zombies, when she just sees everything going to hell, that, you know, to check out the old people's house, you know, the ones that had the fungus growing in their mouth. As you do. I mean, to her surprise, there was indeed some, peculiar fungus growing out of the old person's mouth that was, in fact, trying to kill her. So she leaves. Joel walks up, runs up, whacks the old person in the head with some kind of a hammer or other, commits murder, and then says, hey, yo, let's get in the car. So far in is really freaking good. I'm not going to explain the whole entire thing, but I do want to say that they started going in the car, and it was just so accurate to the game. It was so accurate. They even used the same, like, there's a burning house, and it's supposed to be some guy named Jimmy's house, which is heartbreaking to me because my best friend is named Jimmy, and I'm like, no, Jimmy! It's so well done. And that area of Joel just being so heroic that whole entire time with his daughter, like, she's spraying her ankle, you know, because the car had an oopsie, let's just say. A little, you know, airplane oopsie, as cars do. You know. And, then, you know, he carries her because there's a lot of zombies and stuff around the place. And as he's running away, there's a zombie that's like, "Ayo, the Mandalorian? Not looking too bad." So, of course, as anybody would, he sees the Mandalorian and starts just running after him. He's like the biggest fan ever. And, it feels like these guys are more zombies than they felt in The Last of Us. The Last of Us felt like some kind of weird creatures that were just kind of going after him, but this felt like it was just a person, but like if they opened their mouth and there was like some fungus and it was like blah, blah, blah. But anyways, so this guy starts running after Joel, and he is tripping over everything. These infected trip over everything like it is, like, Ghostface. Like, but instead, you have to kick down Ghostface in order to get him to do a little trip-a-doo. But these guys, they go so fast and snap so fast. They're like World War Z zombies, but they go too fast for themselves that they constantly trip over literally thin air. Like... They need some advice from Sonic or something. But anyway, so this is just a freaking masterpiece, and Joel is so cool. You have to get it. You have to watch it. You have to watch it now. This is actually me at my calmed down version, by the way. It's been maybe an hour or two since I watched it. You're lucky that I didn't record this right after I watched it because I was freaking out of my mind. But it's so good. And they even mentioned, as well, and I remembered this from playing, because I recently played The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2, about a year or two ago, and, freaking Ellie, I remembered when they got in Joel's apartment around the beginning of the game, Joel wakes up and Ellie says, "Oh, you mumble in your sleep." I don't know why my brain thought, yes, this is important information that you have to make sure that she says in the TV show. But she said exactly that. And they even so much as copied the fact that there was some guy peeing in the ending area of when they were trying to get Ellie out, like smuggle Ellie out of this place. And, I mean, I'm not gonna talk about the show anymore. You just have to watch it, okay? Believe me, watch it. It is so good. This is actually the first, video that I decided to make on a subject like this that isn't scripted. Now, usually my videos are not scripted, but when it comes to reviews, I usually script them. So, let me know what you guys thought of this video. Do you like it more than the usual review type? Like, for example, my Dead Space remake video was scripted. So let me know what you think. And maybe, if you like this type more, maybe I'll just do this type more. I don't know. We'll see. But, with all that said, I'm gonna leave this video here. Get the freaking TV show. Watch it immediately. And, yeah, Joel is so cool. So, finally, actually going to leave the video here now. So, take care of yourselves, have a decent day, and stay determined all the way.